And I said that to say this. It's not always about making money. And a lot of real estate agents and young real estate agents get in this business thinking, I'm going to make fast money. It's not always about that. Sometimes you'll do something for someone and if you don't make a dime, and then they'll come back and give you 4 or 5 listings because you helped them on something that was insignificant in your mind, but it was very significant in their mind.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Scott Bursey, and today I'm joined by someone I've really been looking forward to chatting with, Don Dunbar, who's been making serious moves in the residential real estate space. Don is a veteran of Compass. He has 35 years of experience and a unique specialty in helping mortgage-challenged buyers build a path to acquire the keys to that path. He's an expert in everything from foreclosures to first-time buyer strategies, and he's here to show us how the mission-driven approach can build a bulletproof real estate career. Don, thanks for joining us.
Hey there. Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I think our audience is really going to take something away from your perspective on the market cycles. Let's dive in, should we?
Yeah, please.
Awesome. So first off, for people that may not be familiar with your story, fill us in, if you would, Don.
I got into real estate in 1991. Prior to that, I ran my own cleaning company. I did real well with that, but I enjoy real estate. I loved the negotiating factors of real estate. And I came to office, and at the time, my broker, Lynn Worthington, was mentoring me. I was a little rough on the edges when it came to business, and he made me sit down for 3 days and just work on the SOI for 3 straight days. That's all I did. And then the third day, he said, okay, now I need you to call everybody on that list. And once you get called, when you finish that, then you can go home. He said, now, I get in here at 9 o'clock. You need to beat me here every day by 8:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30. And that's what I did. By third day, I got my first listing, and I never looked back since. And I
That
still
is
have those
remarkable.
practices to this day. Yeah.
Awesome. And Don, what markets are you operating in?
Right now, I'm in the Northern California. I go by counties, but it's Alameda County, Contra Costa County, San Francisco County, and that is in San Francisco Bay Area, Oakland, Solano County, because it's anything within an hour drive, I could actually do business, and that's what I do. Basically, it's pretty lucrative. It's spread out, but it's pretty lucrative if you work, if you hustle real hard. You can definitely make money in it.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
No.
Love it. What caught my attention about you was the way you've been able to remain a steady hand in one of the most volatile real estate markets in the world. That's not easy, Don, especially in today's climate.
No, it is not. It is not. I remember years ago, I worked for Better Homes Realty. They had a television show, and they showed all these wonderful houses. So I convinced Lynn, could I do commercial for the show, but we're gonna go just the opposite. And I did all the trashy houses that I could find and get the sellers to allow me to do it. And we did that, and it was actually one of the first television commercials that I had that was extremely successful. And I never realized that it turned me into the fixer, raggedy house king of the Bay Area. And we shot the video and got a bunch of accolades, got a lot of business from it. And now I'm pivoting to a higher end property, multi-unit properties, but I still get those type of businesses to say. But yeah, and that was the thing, because there's a lot of business in the Bay Area. But one of the things, you have to do is you have to be disciplined. Like I said before, you have to get up early and work and actually work your schedule versus just getting in. I call real estate offices adult daycare centers because everybody in there complaining about what's not working, and there's everything that will work, so, and that's how I've always thought, out of the box.
I couldn't agree more, Don. And right there, that work ethic is a winning recipe. Now, every operator I know has a moment where things, got real, or maybe a deal went sideways, or a time that you had to pivot fast. Do you mind sharing one of those moments with us?
Yeah. I I deal with a lot of foreclosures, and one of the things that recently, uh, they don't talk about it a lot, but there's a lot of people that are losing their home, and I see a lot of situations where individuals, when you talk to them about the house, they figure they have it mapped out, and most of the time they don't. And I had a lady, I never forget, she had a nice house in a very prestigious area, and she didn't think the bank would take her house. And she called me the day the sheriff came to what could she do? And it was nothing I could do for her. And I actually backed away from dealing with foreclosures at that time because of how I wanted to help her in the beginning and I couldn't help her. So I pivoted from that to start doing first-time home buyers because I just felt bad about this lady. It was an elderly lady, and she had a wonderful home, and she had to walk away from it. And it took me at least 3, 4 months to even want to consider talking to people with foreclosures again. And I always remember this woman to this very day, what happened with her and her. She had a wonderful Spanish Mediterranean home in one of the most prestigious areas in Oakland, the Fruitful area. They have like a block, circular block of these homes, and she lost it because she didn't want to listen to actually what was taking place. She didn't believe at that time that they would put her out of her property, So that was my
Don,
moment.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors. and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
That absolutely. And, I have found it incredible how the moments that feel like a disaster in real time often have a way of becoming the foundation of your success over the next 20, 30 years in your case.
Right. Yeah. It was funny because we ran a company and that's all we did was buy houses from foreclosures. At the time, houses in the Bay Area was selling for like 150,000, and we could pick them up for like 75,000. And I found myself in the same situation, um, where I purchased a house from the company, and the guy just wasn't as honest as he should have been, and I ended up having to move my family. It was a wonderful home, and I had to again. I was the one being told, "Hey, I paid this money," and the guy said, "Well, he didn't pay us, so now you got to go." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I end up losing the property. But I learned from that there's no shortcuts in real estate. You have to put the true work in, and you have to always just stay focused on the paperwork and stay focused on what's really going on. So, and for me,
And
I was in
Don,
that same woman's position.
yes. And honestly, that right there is the filter. It's what weeds the dabblers and defines the investors who actually have the staying power to weather the cycles. And once again, in your
Yeah,
case, to weather it for decades. You're going on your 40th
man.
year, are you not?
It'll be 35 years, May 29th, 35 or 36 year, May 29th. I actually stopped counting and I had to go back and say, how long I've been doing this? And, I'm a part of the realtors. I'm the president of the local organization. We do a lot of networking events, a lot of events and stuff, and helping other realtors sustain themselves in the business. And a lot of them call me like the OG, so they come and talk to me all the time about what can they do, how to buy properties, and that kind of stuff. There's no shortcut to this business. You have to know it or don't know it. If you don't, I have a client, that always tells me about buying property or buying land and stuff. And matter of fact, I was talking to him today, and he was like, "Just stick with the land. Just stick with the land. It's easier that way." But a lot of times people don't understand that. Everybody want to get into the flip business because they watch was it ACG, whatever that show is. I watch it too, but it's not what it says on TV. A little bit different. A little bit
Real
different.
life is different, absolutely. And let me ask you this:
Yeah.
what are you
Yes,
most
sir.
focused on solving or scaling next?
Right now I'm looking more into land development in areas where the possibility of growth. Uh, I went to college for real estate. I just didn't take my exam, so I understand growth very well. I've done it in several different markets. So now I'm looking at this one particular area. I purchased a property in this particular area. I plan to buy more up there, going through the development stage, negotiating with the architects, negotiating with the surveyors, talking to city planning. I built a few houses over my years, but now I'm focusing just on that. And it's like a it's like all or nothing. It's like I'm going to the dice table and I'm putting it all on the table to make this thing work. And that's how you have to be. If you believe in something enough and know that it happens, then you have to put up or shut up. And that's what I've done. Put up and shutting up to move forward with it and to do what I have planned. And it's not easy, man. And, I thought I was gonna buy property across the states. That went well for a second, and the weather changed my mind. I'm more of a sunny California guy. I can't be on the East Coast or Midwest when it's snowing, so I can't do it. But other than that, it's just staying focused on on that, land development mostly.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Sure. And that next move that you were alluding to, that's huge. It's where the leverage
Yeah,
lives. It can either perfect your operations or it can detonate your workflow, depending on the
you
strategy that you deploy.
the thing with it is putting together the right team and just focusing on that. Like the architect, I've known this guy since junior high school, and it's a true story. And he was a nerdy kind of guy. I wasn't a nerdy kind of guy, and they used to bully him. So what I did was I became his friend and let everybody know, don't mess with this guy. This is my friend. Leave him alone. And he became, very successful architect. And when I called him, he remembered that. And he said, man, you always helped me when I needed it. 'Cause he was a small guy. He wasn't a big guy like he is now. And when I called him and said, hey, I need your help, he said, man, I'm gonna help you, and he said, I'm helping you because what you did a long time ago. And I said that to say this. It's not always about making money, and a lot of real estate agents and young real estate agents get in this business thinking, I'm gonna make fast money. It's not always about that. Sometimes you'll do something for someone and if you don't make a dime, and then they'll come back and give you 4 or 5 listings because you helped them on something that was insignificant in your mind, but it was very significant in their mind.
Absolutely. It's all about the relationships in this business.
Yeah, yeah.
And interested to know
I
this. How do you, oh, go ahead.
My uncle was very strategic in training me at early age. He didn't hold anything back. I'm 6'1", but he was much bigger than me. And he was in the real estate, land development, that kind of stuff. And he taught me a lot of stuff. I didn't like it. I didn't really enjoy sitting down with him every Friday, but he taught me a lot. And what made me happy about this, you have to love what you do in order to do it, even when it's bad. Even when everything is messed up, you have to love it because that's what's gonna take you through whatever it is you're going through. Yeah,
Absolutely. The passion, the love for your industry. Absolutely.
yes.
And let me ask you this, Don. How do you maintain your edge when things are going well? When you have things going smoothly like they are for you now? It's easy to grind,
Well,
when you're broke, but
yeah, you had them days, brother. Uh, what I do is you may not see, but she's sitting to the right of me, and she kinda keeps me level-headed. One, I exercise every day. I read my Bible every day and pray every day. And then she makes me take time off. Like today, when we get done with this, real estate is over. Today, I promised I was gonna do something with her today, and she's gonna hold me to it. I'm not gonna get any rest until I do it. So, and she really, the last 3 years of my rebranding, uh, she has a consulting company we're starting, and I'm the first client, and so she's helping me structure it in a way where I could be successful. And so far in the last 3 years, it's actually working. It is actually working. And I was against it at first, but you have to have someone that's in your life that's not willing to share with you the good, bad, and the ugly. And if you are so big, where you can't accept the criticism, and you're gonna mess up. Like, I had a meeting yesterday and she sat in on the meeting. She was like, okay, that's enough. And nobody can hear her, nobody can see her like now, but she's over here to the right, and she's not saying anything now, but trust me, she's like, okay, that's enough. You did enough. And it's time to stop. You got enough listings. You're doing your thing. Just take it easy so you can get your mind together on the next step. So, and that's how it works for me. It really works for me like that.
Awesome. I'm pleased that you have that foundation, that
Yeah,
method where you can be grounded if you need it. That's awesome.
right.
All right, Don, before we wrap, if someone wanted to reach out, connect with you, maybe collaborate or learn
Yeah,
more about what you're doing right now, what's the best way
I
for them
have
to reach you?
one is my website. It's www.dondunbar.com. I just finished setting it up, rebranding it 3 days ago. My other way is through my email, don.dunbar@compass.com, and then call me direct. I answer my phone with everybody, even with spam calls, I answer them. 510-472-3861. And for the new real estate agents, I have an ebook. I'll give it to you. All they got to do is email me, and I'll send it. It'll show step by step how I built my business and how I sustained it 6 figures consistently. I can't even look back and remember, but I've been able to take care of myself ever since. And it just the disciplines of staying focused, staying grounded, and not allowing things to happen where you give up. And that's how I do it. And that's what they can do. They can call me anytime, email me anytime, answer all my emails, answer all my calls. I just stay in touch. They can text me as well, and I'll get back to it. Just like with you guys, and contacting you guys. So it's cool.
Awesome. Awesome. And listen, Don, I appreciate your time and your
I
story
appreciate you.
and your perspective. This has been
Thank you.
more than a pleasure. Thank you for being on. We need more people like Don in this space. He's doing it the right way. And thanks again for being here, Don.
Thank you, Scott.
And for those of you tuning in, if you got value from this, make sure you're subscribed. We have more conversations coming up with operators just like Don, who are out there building real businesses. We'll see you at the next episode, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.